Alright, so let's talk about Smokey and the Bandit Part 3. If you loved the first two, brace yourself. This one's the last of the series and, well, it's kind of infamous for all the wrong reasons. Basically, Universal tried to squeeze one more movie out of the franchise. But they had to do it without Burt Reynolds, who was absolutely the heart and swagger of the first two. The movie came out in 1983, and they didn't exactly spend a fortune making it, about $9 million though, but it didn't even make that back at the US box office. It took home just over $7 million, ouch. Here's the setup. Big Enos and Little Enos Burdette, the rich father and son duo, are up to their old tricks. This time, they make a bet that Sheriff Buford T Justice, Jackie Gleason, can't haul a giant stuffed fish from Florida to Texas. Yes, a giant stuffed fish. Why not? Since Burt Reynolds, the bandit, was out, the Enoses convinced Cledus the Snowman, Snow, Jerry Reed, to dress up as the bandit, Trans Am, cowboy hat, all of it. The catch? Everyone, including Sheriff Justice, believes Snowman is actually the bandit. So it's another wild chase across the South, with Cledus and his new partner, Dusty, Colleen Camp, trying to make the run and score some prize money while the sheriff is hot on their tail. This movie had all kinds of chaos behind the scenes. At first, it was even called Smokey is the Bandit, with Jackie Gleason playing both Sheriff Justice and the Bandit, since Reynolds said no thanks. Test audiences hated it, so they did a bunch of expensive reshoots and brought Jerry Reed back to dress up as the Bandit instead. Even the car, the famous Trans Am, got downgraded. It was a 1982 model this time, but it barely gets any time to shine compared to before. As for Reynolds, he finally agreed to shoot a quick cameo at the end, but by then it was probably too late. Let's just say it didn't exactly set the world on fire. Critics ripped it apart for missing Burt Reynolds, having a weak script, and basically recycling old gags. If you're a fan of the series, most people see this one as more of a see ya later than a grand finale. Universal did try to give it another go on TV in the 90s with some cheapo made-for-TV movies, with a totally different cast, but those didn't catch on either. Legacy. Even though it's kind of a disappointment, there are still reasons it gets mentioned by 80s movie buffs. If nothing else, it's notable for being Jackie Gleason's last ride as Sheriff Justice, a role people still love him for. And hey, Jerry Reed does his best to keep things laid back and fun, even with all the craziness going on. Fun facts. Early movie posters didn't even show Jerry Reed, so folks had no clue who was playing the bandit this time. That giant fish, its name is Trigger. Yep, that's the level we're working with here. Jackie Gleason kept up his tradition of making up plenty of his own lines. The original ending, and some scenes in the trailer, never even made it into the final movie, like Gleason as the bandit. Weird, right? You can still find Smokey and the Bandit Part 3 on VHS or DVD as part of the box sets, and sometimes it pops up for streaming on places like Peacock or Tubi. If you still want all the 80s movie nostalgia, good, bad, or just plain weird, don't forget to subscribe to Movies of the 80s.